Hey, good morning, good evening. This is the OSA, the Old School Assassins. We're back, episode 3. This one's called Innovation. I'm the Switch Man. The man to my left is,
Dickums.
and the man in the secret location.
Your boy Apostle.
All right, so hey, let's just get right into it. Our topic for today is innovation in video games. I have a few ideas about it, but I'm gonna put them out there and let my compadres weigh in on it, and then we'll just take it from there. So, I innovation is a huge topic. I think you can go anywhere with it. I want to say what I thought was kind of cool, even though it didn't go anywhere back in the day. What was innovative was, I think this was PS2, the game called Lifeline, survival horror. You're like an operator watching this woman go through this. I think it was like a space station or something,
Mhm.
but you talked into the mic and you told her where to shoot or whatever. It was clunky, it was a mess, but I was like, here's an idea that, these developers can build off of, and I don't really feel like anything like that's happened again. I don't know if you guys played it. I didn't even wind up finishing it, but I liked the whole idea where it was going at the time. Uh, so I just want to kick things off by bringing that game to light, and even if you played it or whatever, what y'all ideas on the whole innovation thing, and we'll just keep it moving.
I didn't play the game. I did play something similar when the Apple Watch first came out. I cannot remember the game. I'll have to look that up. When the Apple Watch first came out, it was something similar. You like crashed on the planet, and there was people talking to you like in the radio or whatever, and then you'll go out and you had options like, what do you want the character to do? You want them to go check for food, or you want them to go do this, and depending on what you chose to do, kind of, that depending on what happened to you. So I never made it all the way through. I ultimately ended up starving or whatever, but it
Hmm.
sounds similar to what you're talking about, like where I don't physically see anybody. It's just a person like talking to me over the radio, kind of being like telling me what's going on, and you're trying to explore this planet,
Okay.
just being talked to, it's just it was all vocal, like just all kind of voice or
Oh, voice acting.
text. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
it sounds interesting. I think if it
I mean, not just that idea, but that when we talk about innovation, I was just like, hey, what's going on now that had the guts to do that, even though it was young
True.
and whatever? I mean, like I said, PS2, that was a long time ago. And so we've gone above and beyond. No one's really ever revisited that,
Right.
which I think, if done right, I don't really have like an idea in my head, but I do have something later on I want to mention that would be an awesome game. But what you got, Apostle? Where's that
When it
spider
comes,
going at?
mm,
Shout out to Charlie, real quick.
Yeah,
my
shout
baby
out to
Charlie.
Charlie.
All right, you
Nice.
nerd. Let's go.
uh, so when it comes to innovation for gaming, for me, I think right now I'm really focusing on two things that I see that I'm really interested in, and that is extraction shooters becoming a thing and subscriptions becoming a thing. Um, I think on the extraction shooter side, I think we need to give it a little bit of grace because I'm seeing a lot of people attack extraction shooters, and I'm like, we haven't really seen what this genre is gonna be about. I think there's like Escape from Tarkov and like maybe Hunt, but I'm like, that's it, right? And like the thing that's kind of frustrating me when it comes to like the wider public is they're like, oh well, this is gonna be a dead genre and no one's really interested and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, we haven't gotten to see this genre be explored, right? We gotta at least give them the time to fuck up before we just declare it dead. And I we seen that with battle royales too when they were first hitting the scene, and they were like, "Oh, there's a new battle royale coming out every day, and it's exhausting, and it's blah 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 blah." And I'm like, dude, it's a video game. What are you talking about? Either you play it or you don't. And even to the point, we had three. Like, if we're being completely serious with one another, there were three: Fortnite, Call of Duty, and Apex Legends. And if you're a weirdo like me, you still played PUBG. But all in all, you had three. It's not that big. It's not that saturated. It was like you guys are complaining about nothing. Of course there were going to be a lot of people. It was a new and emerging genre, and everybody kind of wanted to get their slice of bread because they seen how much money these companies were making. But quality won in the end. Like the ones that should have been there are the ones that are still there today. Like it or not, Fortnite was a fun game when it first dropped. I don't know the state of the game now. Years later, I haven't played it, but I can speak on when it first dropped. It was good. When Apex Legends first dropped, it was good. When Call of Duty Warzone or whatever Blackout dropped, it was good. It was something that can catch your attention. All those other ones that came and went is because they just didn't have that staying power. And I think it's going to be the same thing with extraction shooters for a little bit. Like, it's a new and emerging genre. Nobody knows where it's going. And that's kind of like the exciting thing about it. You get that chance to see where this goes. And if it doesn't go anywhere, then fine. But I think to just automatically declare it dead because this might not be something that you're interested in, I don't like that. And like the gaming, like the wider gaming public does that shit a lot. They're like, well, nobody wants to come home and have to do this, that, and the third, and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, you're playing a video game either way. Play
Right.
something new and see if you like it. Like
So
I
your
can
thing with
understand a genre not being for you. That's fine, but you haven't even given it a shot. It's like when people like discredit turn-based games and they've never played one.
yeah.
True.
It's like you're not qualified to speak on it.
So you have issue with the strides that the what'd you call them, extraction shooters? The extraction shooters are like trying to be innovative and make some gains, but you got these people that go, oh, there can only be 3 or there can only be 2.
Right.
Um,
It's the issue that you're declaring like they're trying to say the entire genre is dead. And I'm like, we haven't even gotten that chance to see it.
Give me is there a current extraction shooter out right now?
I think
Or
so.
that has been out?
There's Escape from Tarkov. There was DMZ with Call of Duty. There was the Hunt Showdowns. And I think
Well,
more to
I
that,
mean,
there are 2 in particular also coming out. And that's
wait, for Hunt
Arc
Showdown, is that
Raiders.
the one?
That the one we played, right? Hunt?
Yeah, that's the
Hunt?
one that you guys played. That's the one I was
Yeah.
I
like,
thought it was dope.
and you guys thought that was cool. And I was like, the only issue I had with the game was there's just not a lot of players.
I
I
thought
was like,
that
I
was
think
dope.
the game is dope.
We was late to it though, because that was out on
And
PC for a
yeah,
long time.
and that's the thing. We were late, and I was like, these games live and die off that player interaction,
Right.
right?
True.
Because like that game was so good. The fact that like you can shoot a shot, you can hear it from across the map and know there was
Yeah,
another player there.
best
It
sound
made
ever
it-
in that game.
yeah.
It was good. I didn't like the controls, but again, it's a PC game
It-
trying to convert on over to a platform.
Right.
So it's
It
gonna have
created
its
a lot of
quirks.
tension, and the issue that we had was when we played, there might not be another player in a map, so a lot of that tension, like we know we can go in there guns ablaze and kill everything there, and then do whatever once we kill the big boss because we knew there was nobody else there. You know, if we didn't have that security, that would have been a much more intense game, much
True.
more intense.
Yeah, that's a
and
dope game. I
think-
wish we would have gave it more time. Like, but like I just felt like y'all wasn't into it as much as I was. The sound alone on that, I thought that was like, okay, I have audio awareness on where stuff might be.
Mhm.
Plus, the zombies running around, the
Yeah.
monsters in the water. Yeah, that I never even thought about that being an distraction shooter, but yeah, that was a cool game. But
And we
it,
we
It
took
was-
our
it
lane
was
down there
cool as
because
hell.
prior to that, what was the other one we played? It started with a V. What was it? It was that was an extraction.
Valorant?
Yeah, it was Valorant.
Or
That was
Vigor.
another one. Yeah, Vigor. Yes,
Vigor.
that was another one. And then DMZ. So yeah, Trey's he's right in a way. Like they have kind of like died down with even like talking about it a lot. But I thought those games were. I thought they were fun. It was a different
Yeah.
way of playing with your friends. That wasn't the same old
Call of Duty.
start a match in the match. You go out there, you get what you come to get, but you got to make it out. And
Right.
like Apostle said, that element of somebody else being there was enough to make it fun because you had to really you couldn't just run out there like he's just
Exactly.
willy nilly. So yeah, we've taken a little trip down that lane with those extractions. We got a little experience.
Exactly. And like our communicate like when we play Call of Duty and we play in like Team Deathmatch or anything like that, we can sometimes go whole games without really communicating with one another. We might say where somebody is or like, hey, this character, like this dude on this other team is like destroying us. But in terms of like overall strategy, not really, because the game doesn't really emphasize that. And like once we die, it's like, oh yeah, I'll be back in like 2 seconds. And low key, I might be right behind you when I come back. right? As opposed to like an extra, like when we did play like the hunt and things like that, we were communicating where we were going at all times. Hey, I'm about to go here. Hey, I want to do this. Hey, there's some enemies over there. To the point where we would tell each other not to shoot
Right.
at
Right,
certain
right.
instances. Like, hey, we
Don't
got to
shoot,
get
don't
rid of
shoot.
this. I don't want you to shoot. This is how we're gonna get around that, right? I think that is a cool thing, and I really hope that like there are 2 extraction shooters that are currently coming out or in development that I'm really excited for, and I think one was Arc Raiders, which I'm really excited for, and I think to a lesser extent the other one's Marathon. They look like they're being made by companies that actually got some fucking money behind them. So I'm hoping like it's a more stable product and they bring that follower that player base, because I think extractions they're so cool. It's such a cool concept, and it's like that all or nothing aspect that I really like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see myself getting into that, playing with you guys. I'm not big on my whole gaming day being something that I gotta wait for people to get on and do with me.
And I think that's
Mm-hmm.
what he was touching on. Like, I don't want to come home and have to find people.
Right, and so I get that part of the argument. But yeah, with Hunt, that is a thing. It was just like, all right, we can slow it down, be strategic, do whatever and stuff. So yeah, if the right one comes up, I'll play it. I kind of limit myself to all the multiplayer stuff because I like one player games. That's just me.
Right.
But if something gave me the feel of Hunt, I mean, you had these weapons from the 1800s, so I'm like used to shooting like submachine guns. But like when you did hit something, it was like, yo, that counted because
Uh,
like, that was the thing, was, like, the weapons or whatever, and you always get that clunkiness when you got a PC game that's ported over, and it just doesn't. But, no, that was a cool extraction, shooter. The other one, Vigor, it was okay.
yeah,
Like,
okay.
it was alright, but,
A little
yeah,
clunky.
Hunt was special, and yeah, we relate
And
to the
then
game.
and then DMZ, right? And that's where I'll go with this, Apostle and
Mhm.
Switch. Given that we've played those 3, and we're talking about innovation here, since you've been following it, Apostle, what do you see that's a little different that's going to capture us? Because it sounds that now again, outside of Hunt was probably by far the best one that I've played.
Yeah.
DMZ was cool, but there is something missing, which is why it's not taking off. And that's for us in general. Hunt was dope. Again, that kind of fell. DMZ I liked. It's the same flavor, right? You jump, you jump out,
Yeah, but
you do whatever, and then you got to extract out,
right.
right?
I think the monsters
What
in
a
Hunt,
right
the
made it
the main monsters, the regular monsters, plus you had other players.
right.
That was all atmospheric.
So
That was dope. But DMZ is just like, oh, they just gonna send tons of
yeah, I was gonna
soldiers
say
at
they
you.
just kind of threw that out there to kind of I don't know see where it fit at. I guess Call of Duty, but
And,
that's what I'm asking. Like,
right.
do you see something fresh and innovative in these 2 that's coming out that you can give to me and Switch or even the audience to say, yo, check this shit out because it's got a bad rap so far, but we all 3 of us are agreeing Hunt was fucking before its time,
Right.
right? Well, maybe for us anyway. We're not PC gamers. So to have a game like that'll really get your team, people that you play with or whatever, involved and engaged, and it gives you what we do this for. That's dope. So again, my question is, what about those 2 makes them put them in the forefront of the things that you're looking forward to playing, the games you're looking forward to playing?
I think and let me speak more on Arc because I've seen more of Arc, and I tried to get into the beta test for Arc, and I just couldn't for some reason. Like they gave me a code, but it didn't let me in. But it looks first. It's made by the guys that made the finals. It's being made by those guys. And it looks like with this is a game. They're building the game from the ground up, and it's dedicated to this game mode. The Call of Duty, it was just like, hey, we're putting this in here. Let's see how you guys like it. It wasn't as focused. These games, they seem like they're a little more focused. They have that budget behind it. They have a team that wants to work on this, and it looks like it's going to get around to having that play. At least right now, it looks like Arc is going to have that player base that it needs that makes these games good, right? Because part of that, like I said, part of that is that tension that is other players in there. From what I seen, the gunfights look really fucking good. The environment was looking really nice. It was kind of like something I wanted to explore. I can't speak too much on if they're like story elements or things like that, but it looks like from what I've seen with gameplay and everything like that, it's hitting those marks that I needed to hit where the world looks good, the gunplay looks nice. It seems like the game is going to be running really good, and there's a reason here, or there's a reason to play it. Because
Something
and I
fresh.
think that all or nothing aspect of you going in with your team and y'all can either win it all or lose it all, that's good. That's good. I think that's something that usually keeps a lot of people at bay. But I feel like if you can make it so, hey, like these rewards can be as easy to get or as hard to
Thanks for
get as you
making.
need it to be, depending on how you want to play it. I think that'd be good. But from what I've seen here, the game looks good. It looks like they're actually like putting a lot of time and that focus in. I think the biggest, like I said, because I thought Hunt was dope. I didn't want to give the impression that I didn't like it. I really did like the game. So much to the point where, like, when they did a huge patch and then they changed the name, I re-downloaded it.
I never did
Because
that.
What's the name now?
I really did want to explore this genre. I just think that the biggest downside is you are going to need that player base to be there to support it. And if it's not, then it doesn't matter. If I know I'm going to escape every time, then there's no point in me playing a game. It's like a battle royale. If I knew I'm going to get first place every time I play, I should go play something else that's going to challenge me then.
Well,
Right.
those games are like a bar or a club. If there's nobody there, you got to shut it down.
Right.
That's
I mean,
it.
it sounds like fresh new ideas to a genre, right? Shooters that's needed for me, right? Switch touched on something like I'm a single player kind of guy. I do love those single player games, such as the one you introduced, BioShock, where I'm not
Classic.
playing with everybody, and I like that. I like those games. You know, it was another one I can't remember the name of, but that doesn't matter. If it sounds fresh, new, you know, it is character based where you playing with your friends. I'm down to check it out. It sounds interesting to me because we need a little. I think something more than just Call of Duty
Yeah.
is needed
Yeah.
at this point.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Every year, every November, everybody's like Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty. Where is what else? Fortnite, same thing. All right, let's just new battle pass, or
Yeah.
new story. So I'm on board with Apostle on this one. So I'm excited about checking it out, and I'm excited about just checking out this Hunt again. If he's saying it's renamed and they did a big patch,
Yeah. Yeah.
I might jump back in it. You know,
Yeah. Why not?
It-
I have
Like
fun
from
with
what
it.
I seen from it, it was looking good. It's fun to sometimes because like I love my story based games. Right? I got 200 hours in Baldur's Gate like right now because I decided to run through the story again. So I do, but there is like something also that's really good about just running through something
Hold
with
up.
your
Let's
boys.
revisit that Baldur's Gate real quick. I want to make a correction on episode 1 where Apostle said that Baldur's Gate was available for disc. It is not
it is not fucking
unless
liar.
you get like the ultimate edition, which is like $160, which I'm not doing.
Probably can't find that anywhere, and you fuck around and have
So
to
it's
scalp
available
it.
on disc for
They're gonna charge you.
$160.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. Like, you know, you probably can't even find that copy anywhere, and anywhere you can find it, they're scalping it, so you're gonna pay.
Yeah, they
double
probably
the price.
gonna
Yeah.
jack her, but it
You
is
know,
on
so-
disc.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever.
somewhere.
Please continue. I'm
Somewhere
about
out
to get
there.
upset. I'm about to get upset. Please continue.
But yeah, Trey, whatever else you got, let's give it, and then we're gonna move into
Yeah.
this
Number
next
2.
section.
All right, yeah. To end it out, sometimes I just want to go on something and kill shit with my boys. And if it's another player, that's even.
Fair enough.
All right, look, man, I'm not trying to trick on NPCs all the time. Sometimes I want
Oh, yeah,
that
no.
dude that thought he was having a good day until he ran into me. You know what I mean? I want to
Yeah.
take all your loot and send you back to the lobby telling stories. Don't mess with Vamp when you see him, bruh. Apostle something different. All right?
There-
Dickums
there is
took me out from
satisfaction in that.
across the
It is.
map. Switch
It
hit
is.
me with the blade. You know, like
Yeah. No, I like it when they get mad and they actually message you.
I know I'm doing something when they go, you're cheating, and I got the basic setup
Yeah.
that you could
Facts.
possibly fucking have.
When somebody hits you
Yeah.
in the chat, they're like, "Oh yeah, you definitely cheating." Or like especially when you're playing a hero shooter, and like somebody from the other team gives you some props or something like that. You like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in rare form.
I
I'm
did that
doing the
shit.
Lord's
Yep.
work out here."
Yeah,
It's different.
that's right. That's
Or they
right.
just friend you.
Yeah.
That's right.
Mhm.
Shoot me a text of those 2 games so I can stay following what's going on with them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I'm
definitely.
definitely
I'll send you because
yeah, Ark and
Arc Raiders
Marathon.
is definitely looking good.
Now, I kind of paused for a second because the last game with Ark in it fucking flopped. But anyway,
Who's that? Arc
and
Evolved or something like
whatever
that?
that Ark Survival, some stupid
yeah,
shit.
Man, I tried that shit, bro. I hated that game.
All right. Let's go to number 2.
Number 2.
This was kind of weird. I got an email today about buying a used video game truck.
Okay.
So years ago, me and Dickens, we was thinking about buying one of those video game trailers that you could take to parties, and we was going to innovate that with basically doing a show on the truck and then going to different cities, having tournaments, challenging people. You know, maybe even get to the point where it's just like, yeah, I want to play 2K against, I don't know, Big Sean or something like that. Like, so we had this idea, but so I'm seeing this email and I'm like, well, what's going on? Are these still popping, or why are they sending me an email after all these years about like, hey, we got these for sale? Just by even saying that, it's probably somebody's probably gonna go out
We
there.
may not air this show because he's giving up fucking tapes and ideas for somebody to capitalize on.
I was just about to say that, but I ain't got time to run the truck.
True.
I ain't got time, but you build on it, and then who knows? It was just like, oh, game truck in Ireland, some bullshit like that. Like, but how's it looking to y'all from your point of view? How is the video game truck thing? Like, you seeing this at business functions? Are you seeing this at parties? Or what I just said, do you see that actually becoming a thing? Or is it just like, are they selling these because it's dying out? Like more and more people just staying at home. Because you could drop one off at a fair. They have a fair, and then kids come in and just do whatever.
I'll weigh in first if that's okay, Apostle. For me, I think it's the approach. For me, I'm not dropping the truck off nowhere. It's that in person, mano a mano, you versus me, and that's how I would do it. And that's what it would just, you know what they say? It's like fashion. You know what I'm saying? When our parents was coming around, they was wearing bell bottoms and their hair out, and we was like, man, that's ugly. And all of a sudden, it's back again. So if we got an opportunity to bring that part of gaming back,
well, that's the closest you're gonna get to the arcade challenge thing.
Because they ain't gonna do arcades anymore, and that's what I'm saying. That's my approach. So I wouldn't just leave it. I'd definitely be vlogging it. It's doable. I think it's doable.
You think it's still doable?
I think it's definitely still doable. I mean, obviously you're gonna need some traction, but the times is now. Back then, a lot of people wasn't watching videos. That's all they do.
Talking about doing the truck?
Yes, that's all they do now. That is, I'm talking people just eating cereal or, kids playing with their fucking Legos. People are literally
watching people play a game that they bought and they hadn't even played it, but I want to watch this guy.
And there are people who don't want to play video games, but they just want to watch people play it. Yeah. So yes, I think it's something that can take off. It has the potential to take off, and it is innovative. Yeah, it might have that your basic barbaric stuff. Like, yeah, it sounds weird because it's a game truck, but nobody's going anywhere anymore. Everybody's home. Like I think Vamp said that everybody's home. So take the fucking game to you.
What you got?
I think it'd be good, especially if you like exploring like the different like cultures when it comes to gaming in those individual cities and stuff like that. I think that'd be really cool. Like it'd be cool to like watch on YouTube and things like that. And then for those people that do want like that locals challenge, because look, man, people fly to Evo every year.
Every year.
And like they know they trash, but they'll do it anyway. Or I don't want to say they trash. They know they're not gonna beat like the top brass, but they'll do it anyway because it's fun to meet new people and things like that. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's like a huge market of people that are really like willing to come out and play, but people to come out and watch. Well, yeah.
People to come out and play, people to come out and watch too. You think about it this way. Can you imagine? Or think about it like this. When Apple drops a new phone, there's thousands of people waiting in line just to get this new phone.
That's crazy.
If whoever has this truck or this idea and you got the game that everybody wants, and you get the opportunity to get on here, try it out, see where you stand.
Wait, what game? You talking about new release?
Anything. Yeah, new releases. Just like, it's not about just like that old school, let's just go play fucking, I don't know, Mario Kart. But like, it's so much you can do with that idea. I think
you can't hold the local tournaments where it's just like, hey, you sitting right next to the person. They don't have a special controller. They don't have like a lag switch or just an aim bot or nothing. It's like, yeah, you playing right here and you facing the man that you playing or the woman.
And it's release date.
Shout out to the thief that's going to take this and run with it. Just remember me. that
Right.
that I gave you the idea.
It's that release date, man. It's what we just went through, right? That excitement of a new game coming out, you're willing to go wherever to go get it. But you can actually go to a physical place, you know what I'm saying? Check it out, play it, you know what I mean? And get that. It's that love for gaming for me. It goes back to that's how I started.
Right.
Being able to, you in a room full of people who love doing exactly what you love doing.
Right.
You can't get, can you imagine being in a room full of bitches who love Come on. Sorry, I didn't mean to use that word. We're going to have to definitely cut that. But can you imagine being in a room full of women that love men and you a man? You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. We in a room playing that video game. Everybody loves to do this. So you're not going to, I mean, yeah, you're going to have your people like upset because they lose and all that. But everybody's having a good time doing what they love to do. It's like seeing somebody at Soul Train. Everybody dancing. Everybody putting their moves out. Ain't nobody dancing this. You know, you going down that line, you doing your move. You probably look goofy as hell, but you doing it and you having a good time doing it. I think it definitely has its place. Whoever, shout out to Switch by saying it, whoever takes it and goes with it, you know, invite us out so we can show our skills, our 30 plus years of gaming skills. But yeah, I think it's definitely doable, bro. For sure. We
Any
definitely.
final words on that one, Apostle?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Sidebar, when I go to the secret lab, I'm gonna whoop Apostle's ass in every fighting game there ever was just to piss him off.
Yeah. No, that is something we need to do. We need to film, meet all of us together.
Facts.
Just do that. What was it, Mount Fuji?
Mount
I mean,
Fuji. Oh
cruise.
yeah, if we get a
We need
certain number
10,000 subscribers to go to Mount Fuji.
Mount Fuji.
Play the
Facts.
game.
Play the game on
All
top
right.
of Fuji. Nope.
Last thing on this innovative gaming thing. I got an idea. So, which I'm probably giving somebody else another $1 million idea, but here we go. So, recently I got into the VR stuff because I needed to change, man. It's been a long time. It's hard to impress me with a game these days. I've just been there, done that, you know. So with the VR, I'm like, all right, you know, the possibilities, whatever. And I was just sitting here the other day. I was going through like Daredevil season 3.
Okay.
I was like, that's a game where you can innovate that in VR because the character, he's not overpowered. You got people that he can fight and do whatever. But from the comic books and the show on how he sees and stuff like that, I think that could be integrated into a game. I think that shit would be hot
Sounds dope.
because, you know, if the sounds, you know, the echolocation and stuff like that, you with the VR set, you know, and you know, you got tons of stories to draw from. You know, don't make it just a gimmick, but integrate, you know, the how he sees in his vision, like the controls, like let them vibrate and do whatever. And you know, you got all these like, oh well, let's follow the Marvel movies. And everybody that's big right now, like he's always been like one of those characters that he's tier 1, tier 2, teeters back and forth. And I don't think it'd be hard to get the license, but I think a game with that kind of like skill set with that character using the VR system, I think that'd be dope. No one's tried it, or at least as far as I know. I was just like,
I think they need it. To be honest, I have it. I had it before. I brought it off for a good friend of mine.
what's that, the VR?
Yeah, it's fresh. It's something new, but it's still not enough for me. I have not played a single game on there outside of Village, I believe, that had it all. And even then, I much rather play that with my controller.
Right.
So
Well,
what you're saying, it needs
it needs something like that.
VR has a place, but it needs that innovation because right now it's a gimmick for me.
No, I get
Yeah.
it. I haven't taken the plunge and just bought like something like Metro yet. Like, you know, I got Runner, which is the motorcycle arcade style game, which is kind of cool. And I got a couple other things. The Puzzle of Seventh Guest. My wife's been playing that. I just watch a little bit. But yeah, I think you're right. It still feels gimmicky. And remember what I said in the beginning. I was like, yo, VR is like 3D. 3D will resurface like every 8 years or so.
Mhm.
Everybody hot for it. And I remember last time when people got the 3D TVs, I was like, yo, this is gonna go away in like 3 or 4 months because you had a couple movies that came out. I don't know nobody with 3D TV. Nobody. So VR for me was like that. But, you know, always searching for something different. I mean, these guys know it's around this time of year. I go searching for hidden gems and I go look for stuff that like maybe was on my radar or just looking around, and I'll pick something up and, you know, go from there. But talking about innovation, yeah, I think they need to kickstart something to really like, all right, you got it so that the people are immersed. So give them something there. And so if you playing as a blind man with superpowers and there's a combat system, and definitely focus on that shit. Don't just make it like, yeah, I'm walking through the halls because I'm there. Like, no, like I just felt like that would have been a cool idea.
No, it's definitely a dope idea.
Um,
What's your thoughts, Apostle? You're weigh in, fucker.
I think when it comes to like the 3D. So let me say this as let me approach it from somebody that's a huge horror game fan. As like a horror game fan playing a VR game,
It works.
like if I played what was it? Alan Wake 2 for VR, I think that would have been cool. If you can give me that same quality that you could if I was playing it on my screen, you know what I mean? If you can have that same audio and all those visuals, have that because like a lot of Alan Wake 2 have made it kind of like some of the more intense and like heart wrenching parts was just like that scenery. It gave you like that eerie feeling that you were alone in the woods walking around, or like this town was just there was something wrong here. If you can still capture that same feeling on VR, that'd be like that would be the ultimate horror experience. And I think it'll get there with more time for technology to get better.
I agree. Because I was gonna say
Yeah.
I do experience that though. Like when you on that VR and you looking in the 360 and it's all game, dope feel. You know,
yeah.
again, I just think we need something. Like you just explained, we need something. I still don't go throughout my day and say I can't wait to get on my VR. I don't.
Right.
I don't. That is never.
I want to get to that point. I just got a backlog right now, and I'm just trying to,
I just
get to it. Just to, I want to find that game that I'm like, yo, I found it. Check it out.
and it's dope.
If it's there.
I mean, I believe it is. It's not.
But
Nothing jumps out.
there's a first person shooter I want to check out that more, I guess Call of Duty first person shooter, but like I don't want to go online with it just yet. I want a solid one player game. Yeah, let me clear a building, let me do that or whatever. Still at the end of the day, it's like, all right, this is what I've been playing, but just more immersive. But with that idea, I was just like, yo, this could work if you really think about how you want to do this. And it's just like, oh shit, I'm Daredevil for real.
Right.
Like,
And shout out to Sony, but we need a fucking wireless VR. Tripping over the goddamn cords and all that. We got all these other people with their products that's out there that's wireless. I'm sure there's a reason for it, but that's another thing for me.
or Xbox, get it together.
Yeah,
Surprise us.
right. I don't know. There's a place for it again, but it's just not there yet.
You got pimping.
I think I'm fairly fine on the VR issue. I want to get more into VR. I just really want to see because I bought like the Meta Quest 2 or something like that. But yeah, I really do want to see like the technology and the equipment around it improve so you can get that quality. I feel like that quality just isn't there sometimes.
By far, workout stuff has worked the best for me. It captures you. It kind of gets you going. You get that sweat.
Is there a boxing one?
Yeah, it is. So far, those are kind of cool, and I'm not just some gym junkie because I don't even do all that anymore. But yeah, that workout stuff just seems to get you engaged. I still have yet to play. Like I'm playing like The Walking Dead, and it's just something about it. It's like 30 minutes in, I'm just like, I'm done. I'll take this off. I'm gonna go get on my game. I don't know what it is. It's just, I don't know. I can't explain it yet.
Gotcha. Yeah, there's potential there. I mean, in closing, yeah, I mean, we had talked about Lifeline, stuff like that, and was it extraction shooters. That's all I have for innovation. I guess you got to search for it because the norm is we're going to trend what's bringing in the dollars. Everybody's trending the Fortnite formula, the Call of Duty formula, and stuff like that. So innovation has to come from people that's just like, you know what, I want to be like everybody else. Sure, I might not make a lot of money doing it this way or doing this or that, but we need braver developers out there. And I get it. It's hard because for people to finance it, they're like, look, we want all the bread we can get. And you don't know if this is going to be a sleeper hit. You don't know if it's going to be trash. You don't know.
Right.
People have tried with like the bigger, going up against the bigger ones. Remember the game Mag that was supposed to go up against Call of Duty? I think we popped that shit on like 3 times. And I wonder, I wonder if that was because we didn't like it because it wasn't Call of Duty, or if it just wasn't good. I don't even remember. It's been so long.
Me
Like,
neither.
um, but yeah, it's we're in a stage, like I said before, where games is like movies, where everything's a damn remake. There's no new ideas coming out, but there are. You just gotta like dig for them,
Right.
Right.
So that's all I got.
Yeah, that's all I got. I mean, yeah, that's all I got. I don't have anything else on it.
I'm good. I'm good.
Good too. All right. Well, that concludes episode 3. Thanks for joining us. We are the Old School Assassins. We will see you next time. Shout out to Charlie again, which is Apostle's daughter,
Yep.
his baby
Shout out
girl.
Charlie. Shout out Charlie.
Yeah. So signing off. I'm Switchman. The man to the left is
Dickums.
the man at secret
Boy
locations.
Posse.
All right. Y'all have a good one. See you next time.
Drop the M.